Hi everybody, Tony's right. So this is gonna be one of the videos that I post together. I'm gonna try and like batch stuff more together. So this is gonna be video on first day class, and I'll try and do one for each class because today technically is Tuesday, but I did Monday's class and I'm gonna talk about that, and then I'll do Tuesday's class, talk about that, and then a Thursday class and I'll talk about that. And so it'll be kind of like the first week, and each day will have its own video. So basically today was day one. I didn't work today because I work part-time and I only work 3 days 3 days. So it's not a Monday, so I kind of like woke up and then got some food, Chick-fil-A, my usual, and then headed to class because my classes are at night. So during the day, like if I'm not working, I have free time to do like other things, run errands and etc., or like make content or do whatever. So today was one of those days. Went down there. So today was my class that's about like becoming like a teacher, like teaching writing essentially. And so it was like day one, we introduced ourselves and kind of the objectives of the class, and then we did a lot of exercises and a lot of pondering on kind of beginning the class, how to kind of like introduce yourselves and kind of get people acclimated to the setting of being in the classroom, and kind of like icebreakers. We did a lot of emphasis on icebreakers today, and so some of the methods that she like mentioned about like ice breaking and getting people into a more like hospitable like mindset, especially because usually in a university setting, depending on where you go, especially, it could be like very competitive, very like very stuffy academic kind of places, and generally people don't like them. This course is kind of a requirement if you want to teach writing at the university level with the like fellowships and stuff like that. And generally, like a lot of people at MFA programs or writing programs in general, like some of them have built-in teaching components, like you have to teach, and usually fully funded ones are like that. Like the trade-off is that you're going to teach. This one, we don't have a fully funded program, girl. But if you want to teach, this is a requirement. Usually you have to take some sort of teaching writing class unless you have like extensive experience. And even then, like one person in our class has like decades of experience and they're in this class. So we're like teaching, we're learning about teaching, stuff like that. And so the first day, I really enjoyed it. It's going to be in person and on Zoom, so it's going to be like we alternate days that we do it, and it's once a week. So we'll be in person, then on Zoom, in person and Zoom, so it kind of like breaks up a little bit. Yeah, so that's kind of that. My first takeaway from the class is that it's going to be intense, and then it's going to be like very, I think, rewarding at the end, because they already like the professor already mentioned like some opportunities that you can do if you're not selected for like certain things, like just kind of ways to navigate. And everybody went around and talked about their like teaching experience, like thereof, and their kind of like career goals. I didn't kind of mention my main goal, and I'm not going to mention here either, but my main goal post graduation is something outside of this. But I said if I don't get into teaching like at the university level, what I would like to do would be to offer like retreats and courses and short courses and stuff like that, and kind of do that route, because I feel like there's a lot of people who want to do writing and they want to do consistent writing, but they're not going to be able to afford a university setting. They're not going to have the time to do university setting, even if it's a nighttime or weekend program. So running just like short courses and stuff like that would probably be a benefit to them. They would have to do a cost benefit analysis based on like their life and stuff like that. For me, like I said in one of my earlier videos, like I chose to do the MFA because I wanted to be in a university setting. I like that setting. I like the in-person thing. I like being able to do something for a few years and actually concentrate in it. And being a student gives me like minimal distractions. So, I like that setting, and I think going to college just kind of feels like okay to me. I'm scratching my back. It feels okay to me, and it doesn't feel like a chore necessarily. if you're in there forever, like 4 years of a degree, undergrad was kind of like, God, man, like, but I like that setting. But I was like, I know that some people, they're just not gonna have like the time to do that, and so short courses and stuff like that would be helpful. Also, I feel like I would be able to develop very niche kind of like topics for like writing, like seminars, writing groups, writing retreats, writing courses and stuff like that, as opposed to like the university, because I feel like the university has certain courses that they want you to teach, versus if you do your own thing, or you're affiliated with like some other program, you may be able to like propose something that is just very fresh to people, and it just may end up being like your angle. For me, I already know the things I'm interested in, and it's very tied to like the background that I have educationally and the background that I've had like professionally. So there's that. I also noticed that in this one class, like, it's very easy to start interrogating your own biases as a person and a potential like professor. How you think about certain things with regards to like equity and privilege, how you assess things and look at things when you're talking about like the use of technology versus non-use or restriction of use. Like, you can start to kind of see your own like weaknesses, and then also you can start to interrogate your own educational history, your own educational experiences. Because for me personally, I probably would, like, as chill as I am as a person, I do have like a very like stubborn streak about me. And to me, I really am not, I don't know, like, I feel like I know that I'm not necessarily the most friendly and open kind of person when it comes to educational experience. And I think it's because I have such a long record of being in academic spaces that I'm not necessarily like, yeah, like, we're so free from, like, I know, like, being in a university comes with a certain structure, and like, try as you might, like, you're still going to be within that structure. So for me, I'm already interrogating my own like educational like background and what that has yielded for me, and what I can take from that and like, extend to other people. And then like, what are some of the things that like didn't really work, and that upon revision, like my own experiences and new interactions and information that I get, what are things that I'm willing to like shift or eliminate altogether within my own philosophy about stuff. So we're gonna have to do some very basic things, coming up with lesson plans. We're gonna have to observe, shadow like some courses. We're gonna have to come up with a philosophy, and then like presentations and stuff like that. So I'm really excited for this course because there's some opportunities that I want to take this year, and I feel like having this class will help bolster where I'm going with that. So yeah. So day 1 is really good. Tomorrow is day 2 for me. I have another course, which is going to be kind of like a journal publication type course. So that course centers itself around more like becoming an editorial team for a journal. So I'm excited to see what is required for that. So I'm gonna kind of, I think, pop online and see what the syllabus is, and then kind of turn in the assignment that they need. I actually gotta edit it. I sent it to myself in my email, but yeah, I think I'm gonna like edit it and send it off, and then hopefully try and print it before class. We'll see. And then go from there. So that's about it, I think. Yeah, like, that's about it. Day 1 was pretty good. I can already tell that I'm going to grow exponentially as a person and be challenged. So there's that. I'm very stubborn. I don't like that. But I do think that if I want to teach in a university setting, especially, that it would be wise to kind of like take it in. And then I think like I know the topics that I'm interested in talking about with regards to writing and stuff like that, but like also remembering that like you're usually teaching like composition courses and not necessarily like creative writing courses. And I think that's the difference. Like for me, I know that if I would be at a university, I would really want to teach like the creative writing courses, as opposed to like just like the basic courses. But I know that like usually you get put with the basic courses and stuff like that. And so it's like I can do my niche thing on the side and then be a professor or, you know, other stuff. And I have other goals, like I said, outside of this. So yeah, day 1 was cool. Let's figure out days 2 and 3 for, you know, or classes 2 and 3 for this. And tomorrow is like a huge class. I looked at the class roster. It's like a huge class. And then this one only had like, it's like 5 people, 5 students and maybe 4. And then the other one I think has like 7 or 8, and then the other one has like 20. I'm like, God. But yeah, tomorrow's has like 20. I'm like, oh my God. But yeah, I think these courses are going to bring something diverse and cool. So fingers crossed, hopefully it's not too stressful. But yeah, that's day 1. I'm excited. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.